So amongst all of the trade deadline news, you have the Seahawks trading Jeremy Lane, a 5th and a 2nd round pick. Huge 2nd round pick. That's a big investment to bring in Dwayne Brown, 32-year-old tackle. A guy that, you know, my Philadelphia Eagles might have been interested in at one given point, which kind of really does thin up the tackle market. I mean, after Fletcher Cox broke Joe Staley's orbital bone, maybe Cordy Glenn if the Bills are looking to move on from that, and then that still gives Philadelphia kind of an awkward cap scenario. And right now, I think if you're an Eagles fan, it seems like there's momentum of Frank Gore, because Frank Gore can actually pass protect none of our running backs. For some reason, LeGarrette Blount seems like he should be built to pass protect well, but he's not. And then Smallwood and Clement, they can't pass protect, so I get the Frank Gore from that standpoint. If you can't get a tackle, at least get a running back and help Carson Wentz. But the San Francisco 49ers trading a 2018 2nd round pick to the Patriots for Jimmy Garoppolo. I love that move. That is an exceptional move. That is a good move for a team that hasn't done a lot right this season. One of my buddies is a diehard Niner fan. I have been just chirping him relentlessly because his team thought that it was going to be all right this year to go in with the same QB room of the team that picked one spot behind them in the NFL draft in the Chicago Bears. The Niners were the 2nd worst team. The Bears were the 3rd worst team. And the Niners thought, all right, with this new head coach, we're going to get all the QBs from the 3rd worst team in Brian Hoyer and Matt Barkley, and we're going to try to make a run of it. So, and then Beathard come in. I was never personally a big fan of Beathard. I saw him play in the bowl game against my Florida Gators when he was at Iowa, and he looked terrible. But this is a great move, and this is really telling not only of just good decision-making, I guess, for the 49ers. There's been some uncertainty with that front office, but about maybe the strength of this upcoming QB class. The Niners probably are going to finish with a top 3 pick, and they're still wanting to go and get their QB, because no QBs really look good. You have Baker Mayfield, who's debatably had the best season out of all those guys, and he's not really built like an NFL QB, and he's off the field issues. I'd say maybe Mason Rudolph could come in that little territory a little bit, but Josh Rosen's had his ups and downs. I still think Josh Rosen could be a good NFL QB, and if I need it to go after a QB, Rosen probably would be that guy. Sam Darnold hasn't looked good. Rumors that he might return to college. I mean, what else does that leave you for QB? You have Lamar Jackson, who there is a bunch of question marks there. I think he definitely could succeed as a, NFL QB. He could not. I personally believe in him, but there's certainly that skepticism that he might not be the next Deshaun Watson, and all that business. Well, what else is quarterback? I mean, Luke Falk. So this really is telling of a team that was in a prime position to pick a potential franchise QB, and they go out, and that's good value, I believe. We've seen limited time with Garoppolo playing with the Patriots, and he's looked serviceable. And then you go with a QB guru like Kyle Shanahan, a guy that, as you can see, the Falcons' offense is looking night and day from what they were last year. There's no Kyle Shanahan, so simple math, you could just somewhat say that maybe Shanahan was the reason why Matt Ryan had the year he had. So you give him the benefit of the doubt that he is a QB guru, gets a young QB like Jimmy Garoppolo, who definitely has more upside than downside at this point. What is he, 25? Still plenty of stuff going on. I mean, obviously, if he does play well, they'll probably have to pay him sooner than later. I think he probably has 1 or 2 years left on his deal. But overall, man, this is big news, shocking. I'm assuming this is not going to be the last time you're going to see me talking about a trade. But I thought, man, the Dwayne Brown thing was going to be big enough, especially with my Philadelphia Eagles and me kind of talking about on Twitter and stuff that the Eagles need to get a tackle and Dwayne Brown would be a good fit. Then when I saw what Seattle paid for him, I was like, okay, I'm kind of glad Philly didn't give that up for a 32-year-old tackle. But then out of nowhere, right before the football game starts tonight between the Broncos and Chiefs, you see the Jimmy Garoppolo trade, and that is insane, man. That is an absolute game changer for the 49ers. I think now Jimmy Garoppolo, they can probably win 2-3 games. I mean, they've been in every single game outside of the Philly game and the Dallas game. So with a guy like Garoppolo that actually has NFL talent. Right now, I don't know if there's a guy on that roster that has NFL starting talent. Whereas Garoppolo, I mean, there still could be some more to be seen. But I think that's a much better offense with Jimmy Garoppolo. And plus, I mean, for me, from a fantasy standpoint, having an actual guy at QB, a competent QB, makes my Carlos Hyde at running back fantasy pick look a little good. So, all right. So let me know what you guys think about this crazy trade going on in the NFL right now between the 49ers and the New England Patriots. A second-round pick going to the Patriots. Jimmy Garoppolo going to the 49ers. You can talk about any other drafts or trade talk, I guess. So thank you guys for watching. This is the first time stopping by. Don't be afraid of that subscribe button. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.